New Chanel, mama and Gucci, got out the hoop, yeah. Been through hell, carry the, life is a movie, yeah. We prevail, now we do the coupies, don't do the groupies, yeah. Got money for bail, don't act like you know me, knock off your koofy, yeah. Flooded the rollie with Ethan, Hellcat Katrina the Beamer, blowing the money like Freeman. I got a flex in the sleepers, they tryna do me like Caesar. You gotta watch for the creepers, I got the eye and I steam you. Roll up and I blow you like I'm such a high achiever, I make a step to believe it. Don't think the grass is greener, I wasn't counted in either. Tryna get paid in full, I feel like ace in the cleaners.
Hey, this is Harvey Harrington. Welcome back to Dream Chasers. Here's another daily segment. And I want to talk about how do you adapt to the basketball game? How do you adapt to the basketball game? When things are going good, everybody seems to be happy, they're cheering, everything's great. As soon as a wrong turn comes or the game's not going well or you didn't start the game off well, you started the game off down, people just kind of go downhill. So how do you adapt to the game? Like, for example, I talk to my own daughter about this all the time. I talk to her about referees. Like, they'll say, we'll play a game and down one end, the game is called really tight. And normally that's like our end because it just seems like, everything bad always happens to us sometimes, but it's just funny. But bad things happen. The game is contested and called tight on our end. And then on the other end, it's not called so tight. It's kind of like down the other end, they kind of get away with a lot of stuff. But if we blow our breath on them, it's a foul. Now, think about it like this, too. Different referees call different things different ways. If you have a two-man crew, you got a referee down one end, and he's calling everything tight. That's just what he's doing. And then down the other end, the other referees kind of letting stuff more or less letting stuff go. And sometimes some referees give way to the other ref. He lets him call that in. I'll call more this end, but you kind of got to force me to blow my whistle. So I just feel like, how do you deal with that? How do you it just seems like kids just kind of throw their hands up and they feel like the game is over, or they feel like the referee has something against them. No, that's not what it is. You have to adapt to how the referee's calling the game. Normally if you're playing defense and somebody's kind of making a move one way or the other and you're hand checking and they're normally letting that go, but this game they're not letting it go. Well, you have to adapt to what's going on. And then let's say if the referees are letting more go and they're letting people bump and that type of thing. So you go up, you get fouled, you get bumped. I'm not saying go down the other end and do something stupid and push somebody out the air or purposely foul them. But you can kind of, if a referee crew is letting you play and, just letting you kind of go within the way the game is going, then I would say, hey, get it how you live. Play defense the way that they will allow it. It just has to make sense. And then just thinking about just when certain things happen in the game, how do you adjust? They switch to zone. You let's say the team played zone the first half and you tore them up. Well, they're probably going to switch to man, or they might rotate a couple different defenses. How do you adapt to the game? Can you be smart enough to be able to play the same way no matter what defense is being played, no matter who's out there, no matter who's calling the game, no matter who's coaching the game, no matter what the crowd is saying? These are things that if you can figure these things out early, as you get older, that's not going to do nothing but help your stock. Because as you go to high school, as you play bigger AAU tournaments, you start going maybe to like the EYBL, they got some of the best players in the world, or some other tournaments, maybe like I know or down in Orlando when they do those championships, you're going to see some really good players, and you got to adapt to what's going on. You may play a game beforehand and was able to execute and do the things that you wanted to do, but now you play this second game and now everything's all out of whack. How do you adjust to that? Most kids kind of just go down or they kind of go backwards. Can you step up to the challenge? Can you adapt to what's being thrown at you? And can you be mentally tough when you do it? I'm Harvey Harrington. I want to thank you guys for watching. Just remember, dreams don't work unless you do.